Hello everyone and welcome to Playtime with Dolphy and to another recording of Strange Antiquities. So, we all know where I left off at last time. Everyone knows except for me. I don't know what I was doing last time. So let's go ahead and delve into the next customer, Eli White. Well, the shop is still standing. That's something. Say what you will about Undermeal, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave for a few days and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and courses. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I can always rely on quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Interesting fact, I've actually been replaying Strange Horticulture on my tablet lately, and going back and revisiting everything. There were a lot of returning characters and a lot of references in this game, referencing the first game. So I'm really looking forward to doing a Let's Play series on Strange Horticulture in November, now that it'll be fresh on my mind. So we got us a new trinket. Let's see what it is. Okay. Gold and green porcelain and white feathers, also pinkish gemstones. It has a smell like rotten egg. That's not very appetizing. Okay, let's put the stinky thing over here. Should we organize these? I think we should organize stuff. I think we should probably organize some stuff, so I'm gonna put some necklaces here. And maybe we should just put necklaces up here. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so that actually does fit a surprising amount of necklaces. Okay, then maybe I can put, like, these totem-like items over here. And then maybe we can put, like, maybe we can put totems over here. And then, like, we could put vessels maybe, like, over there. Okay, we definitely have a lot of totems going on, so I think we're gonna stick with putting, like, maybe we can put, like, animal totems here, and, like, vessels here. And then miscellaneous totems. This is a vessel, so we can put that, like, there. I'm not sure what that is. I'm thinking this might be nature-based over here. Okay, this looks way neater and more organized. Okay, I think it does at least. I think we'll put this here. So maybe we'll put the dark, creepy things that we don't quite know what they are over there. And we'll put this here. And I don't quite know what this belongs to, what group, so I'm just gonna put it there. It's a lot more organized though. It looks nicer. At least I think it does. Okay, let's pet the kitty. Meow. Yeah. Okay, we're going to delve into the next customer now. Edith Moore. I am not a good person. I'm putting away the only people I care about. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? I see you already have a totem of some sort. Let's consult the old book. This might require some research. I don't think that's it. I don't think I need a binding seed. Definitely not dataless link. No. 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 Overcome personal demons. Okay. Change the letters. A horned circle. I think I already have. Okay, horned circle. That I already had identified. That was easy. Francesca Robertson. The evocant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange. At times he appears almost awake, but he is deep in some kind of trance, and I can't get anything out of it. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sleep vessel to get me through this week. Sleep vessel. Sleep vessel. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 thalamic disciplines. Selenic, Daedric, Draedric, not Daedric, thinking of Elder Scrolls. It's pretty close though. Draedric, Noctic, Dionic, Wixic, and Mentic. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. Okay, a sleep vessel. 6 points. So we're looking for 6 points on something. This has 6 points. It is somewhat painful. Okay, I think this might be it. Yep. Sleep vessel. This item has 6 points, and closer inspection reveals the darkness inside. Now we've discovered the book contents Resonance Compass. Althea Osei. Many years ago I owned a silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. Silent breath. Let's do some research on some of these people. Okay, Francesca Robertson. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in a mysterious incident, nobody seemed able or willing to give the answers she demanded, and she grew tired of being fed the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself, and what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed, A world of occult melodies and dark articles. She learned about Tolmon's paralysis, Hobbes' fear, and the Sapphire Cross, and she learned that these maladies could be cured. Okay, a silent breath. Yes. Silent breath. Ooh, the White Stag, Guardian of the Forest. I absolutely love that legend. There are those that consider the White Heart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. A silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. So we're looking for something that contains elements of a stag. This literally is a stag, but it's made of clay. Something that contains an element from a living white stag. Living. That's the occult. Don't need that. I honestly am quite stumped. Silent breath. Huh. Contains a small token taken from a living white stag. I honestly would not know. All of these are made of unnatural elements, not natural elements. Could it be this, possibly? No. Yeah. Something containing the element of a living white stag. That's made of wood. So, it looks like an antler, but it is not. That's made of clay, not natural elements. All these are made of unnatural elements. I don't really know. Could it be this? No? Oh boy, looks like that dreaded minigame is going to be sewing itself. Oh, could it be this? No, because this is from feathers. Stags don't have feathers. Okay, I'm really confused on this. These are all unnatural elements. I feel like I'm missing something. Small token taken from a living white stag. I don't have anything. That's slate. That's not... Bronze? Bronze. I don't have anything that is made from a token from a white stag. On the off chance I'll use this. Okay, now let's get this mini game out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. I really didn't like this mini game before. I hope they did something to adjust the difficulty of it. No, I didn't want to do. It's okay. It's okay. I'll go ahead and bank that one. Looks like they did make it a little bit easier. I remember I kept failing miserably before. Okay. Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay, so they did make the minigame a lot easier than before. I had a really hard time with the difficulty before, so it looked like they adjusted the difficulty. It's actually not bad now. Yes, I know, the silent breath. I don't know. I'm actually gonna need a walkthrough for this. I don't want to have to use one, but I'm gonna be stumped on this if I don't. So, be right back. I don't think I would have figured that one out. So that's a hail. That's what it is. And I blew it off because it said, it seems to make the heels stand up on the back of my neck. So I just assumed maybe it had something to do with electricity. I wouldn't have figured that one out, I don't think. The item features a white hail, potential trophy from white stag. And on closer inspection, my senses come alive. So we've discovered the Elverstone entry. Rufus Selly. I've always wanted to try a dataless link. I have a personal interest in the celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risk. And now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Okay, dataless link. Dataless link is a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. It feels extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risk. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight. A feather, the wings of a bird, or insect, for example. Okay. Light in weight. That is not light. That is actually somewhat heavy. Oh no, let me put a half pound. That is too heavy. So we want something light in weight. That symbolizes something... flight. Well, technically that does represent flight. That's not it though. That has to do with sound. Those are leaves, I believe, not feathers. That is not it. Those look like leaves. There's a board. I can weigh this and see. This is probably it because it says that it's very light. It's less than half a pound. The board's motif as it connects into flight. Using my weighing scales, I can confirm that it's very lightweight. Okay, the Cusick Purifier. The entry we unlocked next. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleeston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the south tower in the master bedroom. And run anything you find by me first, of course. Okay. I will take these before I end the day. I would very much like to investigate. Very, very muchly so. Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. You lost me already. Okay. I see. Okay. Walk past the main staircase. This would be the main staircase. And turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. The plinth is not hard to spot. In the corner of the room next to a small writing desk. A glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. As I gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. I pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. So we've gotten 2 new things. A book on gemstones and their thermic properties. I'm sure this will be very useful, as we do have a few things in our inventory that contain gemstones. Now we can see what they mean. And a mystery item made of silver and stone. Anything? It has an ethereal quality to it. I'm going to place this probably here. That's the end of the day. Get to the next one. End of day 4. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it, they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Okay. This must be a hint for where I have to travel to solve this one. Must be maybe the shape of a building? Okay. Let's delve in. We need something that is this shape. No, that's worst. It's like chunky on the bottom, and then it's like key-shaped up top. That's reversed. Could this be it? No, not quite. I swear the soundtrack reminds me a little bit of Silent Hill, and I absolutely love it. That would be in reverse. This looks close, but not quite. I think it's here. Must have taken a 120. 120, this isn't what I meant to come. Huh. Okay, let's go back at it. I'm gonna try again. Could I have to do with this? Maybe. I look identical. Ah. There we go. I have the whole map all along. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Found something. Made of pinkish gemstone, bronze, and stone. It's yet cold and warm. Okay, that's looking pretty packed over there. This seems kind of sinister. I'm gonna put that over there. David Seyfel. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. A little. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point, and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there's a certain energy about it. Not entirely welcoming either. Wonder if you might take a look for yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. And the triangle. Okay. Let's delve in. The eye. The pit. Mossy wood. Where's the triangle? Well, a triangle-shaped area I see is this, and there's little trees planted there. Pine trees to grow like that. Okay, so we're looking for pine trees. Those aren't pines. Those have some pines there. Should not have come here. Okay, that's not it. Back to exploring. There's no area that just has pines. Oh wait, heathwood. So enough as I approach. No! I didn't want to do that. No. No. Okay, I guess I'm doing that then. So how do I exit out of that? So enough as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately I am struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there's something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants, arranged in a triangle shape. Oh, that's quite a haul. Okay, let's investigate these. This has a lot of symbols in it. Lots to take in. This... none of them really seem to exude any sort of power. This one kind of gives me the creeps for some reason. It's made of tin. So these are necklaces. So we're going to be placing these over here. Okay. I think it helps to keep them organized. Gus Foley. It has been many years since I've performed the Rite of the Red Knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an Orford spire. I tried that place in Onside and they sent me here. Orford spire. Orford spire. Orford spire. Orford spire. There we go. Orford spire. During the Rite of the Red Knives, an Orford spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. I'm willing to bet it's this. It is. I knew there was like something ritualistic about it. 2 of the points of the item are visible in the sketch. Closer inspection reveals dried blood, suggesting this item has been submerged in blood. The Amphician Talon is next in our book. Eli White. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Guise of Lillian. These items can allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used as thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. Okay, so we're looking for something made of some really old bones. Huh, did it say whale or bear? Wielder, so we don't know what kind of item we're looking for. We know we're looking for something made of bone. This is made of tin. And this is made of stone. Fossilized creature of some sort. Okay, this might be it. The item has an ammonite fossil embedded in it. Closer inspection reveals that it produces an out-of-body feeling. The Tenebrin cloak is next to be discovered. Next? Rebecca Rose. Ooh, we can look up someone else. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. Meow. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? This is going to require a little bit of research. I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Alright. The artist Rebecca Rose. Rebecca's eyesight deteriorated very quickly several years ago, and now she is just barely able to distinguish dark and light. This affliction has robbed her of the thing that brought her the most joy in this world, painting. And yet it has not robbed her of her determination, or her kindness, or her love of life. When she learned of Strange Antiquities and that it might hold a way to restore her sight, she was hesitant, but eventually her desire to paint again won over and she decided the risk was worth taking. We either want a Ares Remnant or Spirit Eye. These objects induce a form of synesthesia, where colors and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in an Ares Remnant are arranged in the shape and the constellation that shares its name. Okay. And then the other one is a Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do so, another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. I think an Ares Remnant sounds safer, so that's what we're going to look for. I'd say it's that, but they said that the gemstones in it. Okay. I think this would be it then. Ares Remnant. The gemstones are arranged in the Ares constellation. And we have discovered the Scythian charm. Clarence Harkle. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor bagels. Two of them up at Calgarth and another fella, a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky round here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog, too. With the nights drawing in and me walking late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. A sunbond. Okay. We're filling out this little Dixon area pretty well, I think. Sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. Gemstone of light. Okay, so we're looking for it to contain amber. So it is made of a non-precious metal, housing an amber. Bombs. I'm willing to bet it's this. The Sunbond. This item has an amber gemstone, a stone of light. It is made of bronze, a non-precious metal, and closer inspection reveals that it is strangely warm. We have discovered the Cyrene Ward. Ooh, someone new to study up on. Audrey Bell. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgen Grim in the coming days. Holgen Grim. Holgen Grim. Zeri creations are worn by priests of Holger in various rituals related to death and the afterlife. A sacrament to ask for his protection. Wolfson's truth to seek his judgment. Path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. So it's 3 different ones. I got 3 different necklaces at one time. I think they want protection. They don't want judgment or to help the dead find their way, so maybe the protection? And the sacrament. We found this and this and this. The sacrament. What does the green gemstone mean? Jade. Stone of the Orphan of Nature. That tells me a lot. This has a lot of symbols on it. Okay. This looks like a snowflake, an arrow, and a sideways S. Snow. Thunder. Oh, I think this has to do with weather. Yeah, this has signs for weather on it. I don't think that's what we need then. That has a turquoise gemstone in it. And this doesn't really offer any clues. Stone of water. Oh my gosh, I'm stumped. One, so we're looking for a necklace or something. What are the clues on the picture? Wait. Dark blue, green, gemstone. Stone of death and decay. It grows in iron coffins and water corpses. Bingo. The mask is an eerie item that can be worn. The sketch shows a priest wearing the mask with their back to us. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar, to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. Well, I didn't do that. The gemstone is Vivianite, a stone of death. I did find that out. The lead heart is our next discovery. Okay, we're gonna end this day. End of day 5. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Stairs. Use the stairs. Oh, obviously the map inside the house. So the stairs left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Let's find out more about our little cultist, or priest, Audrey Bell. Followers of the royal god Holgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have all the self-appointed authority of a village feet organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolytes are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the gods he follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Alright, let's find this clue. Oh, which stairs are we talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Use the stairs. Okay. Left. Unless they mean these stairs. Use the stairs. Could be any of these stairs. I'm going by the 5. It's these stairs. Okay, so that would mean down. So where does it go? So left of the stairs will be here. Left. And then you would turn Left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. No, come here. No. Okay, we're gonna try again. Use these stairs. Use the stairs. But you can't go left if you go there. Oh, second on the right. Second on the right would be... I'm confused. Which stairs? We tried these stairs. Oh, well, you'd have to start on the first floor, so those are obviously out. If you take these stairs, there is no left. If you take these stairs up, you could go left. Oh, you could go left. And then second. Ah! Got it. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Are those fingers? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think they are. Makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. I don't really like it either. We're gonna put this with the creepy items. Okay, great. Helena Appleton again. I can never get any peace in my house. Has she come here before? I think she did. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides I can still hear the sounding and banging it allows. I heard you might be able to help me. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that it is reflected in their designs. So it's going to have somewhat of a flowery design to it, I guess. They have quite different uses, however, whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, and anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out some noises, but allow others to be heard still. I think I read about that in the last video. So we're looking for something that looks kind of flowery. Okay. Oh, okay, I guess that. I mean, the gemstone doesn't really, like, I don't know, it doesn't really match, but it says the sounds are muffled. The leaves and the design are similar to leaves in the sketch of the plant. I guess they are. I didn't even notice that. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed muffle sounds. Gray's Grace. That's what we discover next. Barton Potter. Ooh, a new person. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Let's read about you first. The Relic Hunter, Barton Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. Wow. Difference of opinion. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. Only 2 more people to discover, it looks like. Elva stone. That's what we need to find. Next is an Elva stone. There we go. The Elva stone. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as black sickness or boiling blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that's also reflected in the design. Okay, so Selenic is moons. So moon. Moon and planetary metal. Could also be this. Maybe it's this. Nope. We have multiple Selenic items here. Okay, so it's this one. This design features crescent moons, reflects on the Selenic, the metal is silver associated with the moon. I didn't know that silver was associated with the moon, then I would have figured it out, but I didn't know. We got a new item out of it. The blue gemstones made of gold. And silver. I'll place it over here, I think. We're going to be finishing this day up and then finishing up this recording. So let's see if we can finish it. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Amber. Oh, new book content discovered. Yay. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. You know, I like Verona Green. I find myself identifying with her very well. Francis Mason. I have been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does nothing to me. And it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cussack purifier and that this is the place to get one. One Cussack purifier coming right up. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as wings or amulets perhaps, are merged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon or cleansed of simple imbued courses or hexes. Of course, there's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. Small topaz gemstone is placed in a strong-smelling liquid. Well, I said that this smelled strong and it seems to rattle, so obviously something's inside of it. Yep, I was right. The label bears the symbol for vinegar, and closer inspection reveals that there's a small object rattling inside. I didn't even double check the symbol. Valiant is our new discovery. The kitty got startled. It's okay, kitty. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Do you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermeal, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? I have learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. Okay. Ooh, something to discover. Occult key. Horned sackle. Evocant. And then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. So we need a horned sackle and an evocant. And then a moon something. Moon something. Wait, I think I know what they want. Moonstone Guardian. For the banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic Sight, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. I wouldn't even know where to begin on those. On that one. Well, let's keep this for now. After years of walking in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Healing charm. A simple trinket that amplifies sounds, are generally used by the hard of hearing. They are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Take the form of animals known for their hearing. Maybe bats. Yep, that could be it. This pendant's in the shape of a bat, an animal known for its hearing, and closer inspection confirms that it enhances hearing ability. Oh, simple. A veiled fin is what we discovered. The librarian, Simone Green. We only have to discover one more person after this. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came down to me in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a worn fire, and a good book. I don't blame her. She manages the collections at the Woodsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Stops. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? Oh, these! Let's see if we can figure this out. I am very intrigued by this, actually. Very intrigued. Horned sackle and an evocant. Evocant. And a horned sackle. Something. Moonstone Guardian. The banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic Sight. These tend to take the form of comforting guardian. Comforting guardian, huh? That springs to mind. I don't think I got it right. Maybe it's a red herring. Maybe it's not Will of the Moon Guardian. No. Wait, moon. Selenic totem. These carved totems will commonly a moon heart. Huh. Which one was the moon heart? Oh my gosh, we did it. Ooh. Has a pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. Pleasant scent, okay. Okay, we're gonna take this. I'm gonna place it, I guess, like right here. I'm definitely taking these. I think we should take these rune things and keep them down here. These, I don't even know where to put these. They look like cups. Okay. They are cups, mugs of some sort. This one has a syrup aroma. I think they all have syrup aroma. Okay, this one has a strong note of syrup, but not entirely unpleasant. I really love the puzzles and like all the hidden things to find and discover in both Strange Antiquities and Strange Horticulture. It feels so rewarding when you stumble across the solution to something new. Oh, it's gonna be sad, like, ending this recording, but I know we have to, sadly, so yes, I will be actually ending the recording now. And I will see, I guess, well, now let's go ahead and end the day first. End of day 6. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. We will be solving this on our next video, though. Whatever this may be. It looks like it's probably a... Oh, no, I was gonna say it's a hint to our location, but it looks like a woman. It is. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. The maiden in the tower. I know I said I was gonna stop playing, but... Galfrey's tower? I don't know. Okay, I'm definitely gonna do this for the next video, but for now, I'm ending the recording. So, I hope you all are still enjoying this series, and I hope that you really enjoyed this video, and I will see all of you on the next one. Bye!